What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It is Labor Day today, so I don't have work, which means I'm going to come at you with a fun little buy video in Dynasty. These are going to be three players who I think once the season starts, it's going to be a lot tougher to acquire them because I kind of just feel like they've fallen down the ranks this summer just due to kind of some random things the past couple seasons, and we're really just overlooking their value. But thank you guys for tuning in. So the first guy we're going to talk about today is going to be a wide receiver, and that's going to be T. Higgins. Obviously, the wide receiver 2 on the Bengals. Last year was a rough year for T. Higgins. He was very up and down. He went in the second, third round of a lot of drafts, but he kind of disappointed just due to Joe Burrow being out, him being a little injured. And I think with T. Higgins, there's still a couple of things. He can still return to kind of who he was the couple years before, which is a top 24 receiver, paired with Joe Burrow, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But he also has the upside of potentially being a number 1 on a new team next year. Both, I think, are good outcomes, and both, I think, are what are going to potentially happen, one or the other. So when it comes down to it, I am very comfortable trading a 26 first and a 25 fourth to go get T. Higgins, someone who I think could be a wide receiver 2 on your dynasty team for the next 4 or 5 years until he turns about 30. He's a very good player, and he definitely could be the number 1 on his own team. But if not, he's still going to be a great asset paired with Joe Burrow, at least for this season. Both things I'm definitely willing to bet on, and I like getting T. Higgins on my team right now. I think people forgot how good he was, and once this season kicks off with a healthy Joe Burrow, people are going to not be wanting to move T. Higgins. Next is going to be a quarterback, and this is a very similar story. Justin Herbert had a rough season last year. He had an interesting offseason. People are projecting him to throw a lot less this year, which is just something I don't really think we are capable of projecting. Yes, Harbaugh has usually run first offenses, but he also has never had a quarterback like Justin Herbert. And in this modern NFL, quarterbacks are still going to throw the ball. There is no scenario where Herbert is throwing the ball less than 30 times per game. Yes, his weapons are a little up and down. I think we're going to have to figure out who his favorite pass catching options are. But in Dynasty, you can play the long game. And right now, Herbert is quarterback 12 in Dynasty. He's probably one of the top 6 best quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm willing to play that game. If you can tier up from J.J. McCarthy by adding on a first-round pick, maybe a rebuilder has Justin Herbert. He's looking to gain some capital and a hurt player to put his max points for down. I could see this trade maybe going through because some people are very low on Justin Herbert right now. I'm not too concerned. He is a great player. He's going to find a way to get it done, and I'm just not concerned about his situation. I just think the Chargers are going to be a better team than in the past, and you want good quarterbacks on good teams. So let's not overthink this one. Justin Herbert's a top quarterback in the NFL. If we can get him right now, people are going to remember that once they start seeing him throw the football again. So last one for the day. Maybe the riskiest one, but I think Isaiah Likely could develop a role as a number 2 tight end with the Ravens this year. We obviously know he succeeded as the starter with Andrews out last year, and I'm just very curious to see how this Baltimore offense is going to look. I truthfully believe Isaiah Likely is one of the 3 best pass-catching options for the Ravens. Andrews, Flowers, and Likely. I wouldn't be surprised to see them run a lot of 2 tight end sets, split Likely out wide, split Andrews out wide, and have Likely in line. I just think they're going to try to involve him after what we saw last year. I don't really see them going back to just putting Isaiah Likely on the bench. Now, tight end 15, there is some upside already built into his price, but like I said with Justin Herbert, it is Dynasty, so you're going to have this guy for a couple years, and either they sign him and move on from Andrews, or they move on from Isaiah Likely, and he could be a very good tight end in the league on his own. So I am comfortable trading a late second-round pick next year for Isaiah Likely. I like the potential, and he's one of those guys that I think if he flashes again, you're not going to be able to buy him anymore. That is kind of what I've been going over in this video, is it's 3 guys that if they start to flash this season, you're not going to have a window to acquire them on your team. I do think there is a small window, and this is your last chance to go get these guys. But thank you guys for tuning into the channel. I love having old viewers, returning viewers. new people to the channel. If you have a second, please hit like, hit subscribe. If you ever need any help on trades, hit me up in the comments below. I love chatting with everyone. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will catch you later.